I like anime. I like Roblox. Unfortunately, when these two mix, you get something far less desirable. Sometimes, it's just far better to keep these things separate. I actually covered Blox Fruits in my most popular video, which you should totally look at, but for those that somehow still don't know, I would class it as just a terrible RPG that's
just a dopamine farm for younger kids.
This game was the most popular game on the platform, now second to this rat, and I don't know how. Like, are these even real players? I actually don't see how this deserves any popularity, or at least any popularity near where it is now. It's kind of just a cookie-cutter RPG with a pretty big world masked by a huge franchise. This is not me taking a hot take on purpose. I'm so serious when I say that this is just a mid-game that doesn't deserve this amount of players when there's so many other games with far more effort and dedication on the platform. You just complete stupid quests, kill these stupid enemies, and get fruit. Like, the enemies don't even do anything special. There's this other game that I played called Grand Piece Online that is repping the One Piece kind of franchise. It's repping the title. I trudged through this thing, and let me tell you, it sucks, man. The first thing I did was talk to this person who had a quest for me. Welcome to the island. You look new. I need you to kill these bandits on the hill. They've been wreaking havoc on the town. Do you think you could help us? All right, let's see here. Hey, I was sent to deal with you. So, like, these bandits are actually overpowered. These are some of the strongest fighting mechanics I've ever seen basic enemies have in any game ever. Okay, I'm finally done. What's next? Welcome to the island. Okay, never mind. There's this boss I had to kill, which I killed instantly from the help of a kind person. I stole the kill. I then tried to kill the boss legitly, and it killed me 6 ways to Sunday. At this point, I went to track my next quest, and wait a minute. This game is exactly like Blox Fruits. They both have this compass, they both have these skill points and the same weapons you can use, and both have boats and even the same icon down here. Well, I'm glad because I don't want to yap any more about how much I swam across the ocean, gave these people water, swam back, discovered boats, boated back, and got killed by more enemies. They could have at least done a better job of making the terrain a little different. These are lousy excuses for One Piece games, and this game needs better representation. I can't believe this is the best that Roblox can do for this huge franchise. I'm sorry, I forgot I was on Roblox for a second. Please pay the developers more money. So, I want to say I haven't seen Jujitsu Kaisen, but I'm pretty sure this is a recreation of what happens at the start or something close. We start as Gojo, and it's a very clever way of making a tutorial because it walks you through what to do as you fight this demon. There's a lot of moves, like a lot of moves, an overwhelming amount of moves. There's even ones where you have to press specific key combinations. Holy hell. After the sequence that unfolds, you get the opportunity to do the tutorial, which shows you the ropes and is pretty useful. Something I wish I realized when I was playing through the game on my alt, it kind of seems like this is a game where you just complete quests for progression. Actually, now that I said it, what story game isn't like that? By pressing J, you can switch between the hub and the main worlds. This is tricky since this is actually a good game and I recommend it if you haven't played it, and I have to try to explain things without spoiling it. I did a bunch of quests like needing to help our cult leader take back the house after it got corrupted with spirits. When I was on my way over, I got my anal cavity obliterated non-consensually by level 30 enemies as a level 6. Nearly escaping death, I want you to look at this combat. This is peak. I have to say, killing things is kinda dry, but maybe I'm doing something wrong. When you go against actual human enemies, they amp up the combat a little more because they can dodge, but if you don't understand how the controls work, you'll find yourself hard-pressed at how slow the combat is, occasionally getting comboed or getting 1 or 2 jabs in. I killed these dudes with basically 1 HP left. Holy crap. The reward for completing quests is chests that inject a little bit of gambling. Every time you click these, there's a chance that the rarity levels up, so there's always a chance that you can get something better. That's pretty cool. There's also a type of quest where you can capture an objective, which is basically just killing things with extra steps, literally. This is my least favorite kind of quest because it's just kind of busy work. So, 2 things. I like how there's a feature where you can go AFK for chests, so they keep a higher play count and you get rewards for it. And there's also a PvP mode, but you'll most likely never see me playing it. Overall, the game is pretty good, 100% worth checking out if you like cool anime fights and the storyline is your thing. I'm gonna talk about a game that I think is actually good. I can't really make a story out of this, because it's a fighting game, but they did a damn good job at capturing the fight flow of anime battles and the hype moments too. It's just a little game, you know, a tiny little game called the Strongest Battlegrounds. The game kind of started the entire genre of anime games where you have a set of moves and actual animations that feel good. I want you to absorb how sick this is. Sorry, I forgot I'm still on Roblox. Roblox developers need a raise. There's a lot of characters to use from different animes, and all of them feel fleshed out with their own moves and feel. I guess what I love most about this is just being able to put people in a spin cycle with really badass effects. I joined this game where there are only these 2 characters, but now you can play as Tatsumaki, so this game is now pretty peak. My soul will always still have room for a good table flip though. While we're on the topic of fighting, another top game in this genre is Jujitsu Shenanigans. These games are remarkably similar, almost like they're made by the same developer, but I don't think they were. Jujitsu Shenanigans feels way more close and personal, and faster paced. I don't know how, but I feel like my abilities come back way faster. These kinds of games I kinda just get lost in. I was just playing to get footage and I got lost in the sauce for 30 minutes without realizing. It kinda felt like 2 minutes. It's addicting once you learn the combos with your character, and you put aside the fear of making a fool out of yourself and just kind of playing for fun. On to sports games. The sports side of anime Roblox games. The sports side seems to be dominated by one genre or developer because they all feel the same and formulaic. This stupid guy. God, if I could just tear out his lungs! For example, Blue Lock Rivals, which my friend has made a lot of content on. It's based off the anime Blue Lock. All the features are based off the characters and things. Styles are basically movesets that are based off of characters in the anime, and flows are basically just different boosts that are usable and they charge throughout the game. Alright, let me just say this system sucks actual balls. You have to purchase spins in order to get a chance to get the style or flow that you want. Well, what if you want to have 2 styles because you're a normal person and want to switch between the 2? Well, fuck you. You have to pay to have this right. Literally, if you want to have more than one option, you need to pay Robux. Else, you're gonna have to go gambling to re-unlock your other main. But the controls are super duper simple. There's sprinting with stamina, a parry system masked behind the wording dribble. When someone tries to tackle you and you dribble, it breaks their ankles. You have your abilities down here, which are based off the style you have, and randomly throughout the game, you get awakenings, which allow you to do a super move based off the anime.
Is this okay? At a distance, you've got nothing but weak spots.
It's a pretty weird system, and sometimes you won't even get an awakening the whole game. This game is insanely selfish because of a little thing called aura farming. Aura farming in this game is where you keep possession of the ball for extended periods of time while breaking your opponent's ankles and purposely keeping the ball away from your teammates. Passing becomes a sin. That's why I hate this game. You will never, ever get passed to in this game because all these wannabe pros are aura farming all the time while you sit across this big ass field waiting for a pass that will never come. Oh, and the field. Yeah, it's just way too big. I know it's supposed to be a soccer field, but when there's like 5 people on a team, it becomes quite spacious and lonely. One good thing I will say about this game is that there's a lot of different techs you can do with the ball, and there's a ton of different mechanics. Suited has covered a bunch of these, but these are often incredibly difficult to pull off when, you know, you never get the ball. With this established, because this applies to the others, except one, Volleyball Legends is just like the other games that are made by a different developer somehow. There's different flows, styles, and everything else, but packed into a different game. A game that I'm completely terrible at. Like, completely terrible at. Like, completely terrible at. Like, you have all these abilities down here, and then when you jump, you have even different abilities, and you have your flow, just like the other games, and it's like, oop, just kidding. All of y'all pale in comparison to me. But the game I'm most excited to talk about is the new come-up, Basketball Zero. Also by this stupid guy! Got it! Basketball Zero is absolutely the best of these copy-paste sports anime games because of how fast it's paced. There's flows and styles and yada yada yada, nobody cares. It's made by the same dev as Blue Lock Rivals. But what makes it different is the field is so much smaller and you actually can get past to no matter what skill level it is because it's a fast, team-paced game where you can't just aura farm the whole game. The controls are super simple again. You can steal the ball from others, and when you do have the ball, you can dribble. Except you get 3 dribbles this time instead of 1, making you able to do some crazy movements. Shooting the ball is interesting because the 3-point line is literally like half the field, and you also have auto-aim when you shoot. So with a reasonable area around the 3-point line, you make it every single time. You never miss a basket in this game, but you can swat the ball out of the air when someone shoots. You can also dunk in this game! Basketball Zero is probably the most satisfying because you can just dribble and ankle break the whole team and pull off some crazy shots. The awakenings are insane, just like the other games, and they give you crazy amounts of aura. I've by far played this game the most out of all the sports games, mostly just because I get passed to and the field is so much smaller. And the time that you get with the ball is really rewarding, so it just kind of makes it a very fun game to play. So I can now talk about why these games could have been elite, and it's all thanks to Azure Latch. Behind this silly name lies a game with crazy hidden potential, or should I say, a diamond in the rough. The two games are pretty much the same, with there being abilities and stuff, but Azure Latch has more abilities and it just kind of feels better. And you want to know something? You can actually keep the characters and switch between them. Wow, I can't believe I said that. I can't believe I have basic human rights. If there's anything this game does better, it's that I can keep Shindo and Sai at the same time. Shindo Life is not a game I was excited to get into. Straight up. It's been around for a while though, ever since I got into Roblox, but I never cared to play it. It's so old that the banner still says Shinobi Life too. I made my character. He's a little funny looking, but he's mad. Just like me for having to play this game. So I spawned in, and it showed me the controls, which was really appreciated. Very appreciated. But that doesn't help me with where I need to go. You can just walk through these snow hills, which is great game design. Now, if I could check the quests, this music plays every time you open this menu. I wandered a little bit farther forward into just Abyss. This map isn't very detailed, but there was a portal asking me if I seeked power. I don't know what that is, but I accepted it anyways. Oop, just kidding, I can't do that. And I can't leave to go back to the menu. I had to restart the game.
Welcome to Shinobi Life 2.
Great, thank you. Well, I'm off to the RPG village. I think this is where I'm supposed to be. Hey. Hey! I delivered this mail for this dude and I got my first taste of XP. A group of rogue assassins were spotted. Say no more. I heard you were minding your own business. I can't let that happen. I immediately got hoed by one of them, but luckily there's a system where you can just get back up after a short timer. You can also do other things in the meantime, like look at the sun or... Nah, you're done now. Bro, what's the deal? He's literally 2 levels under me, and I don't stand a chance. He's finished now. I got him in a combo and everything. Here, you can see I'm spinning back, but then he killed me, as usual, and put some sauce on it this time. I'm not even properly on the ground anymore. Wait, you can block? Let me try that. Aw, he's making me give him head. Maybe I like staring at the sun. After all of that, I knew I was missing something, so I retreated and further analyzed the menu where I actually invested my points. Okay, in my defense, this UI is kind of trash. I didn't know what was where and nothing is differentiated. After messing with the points, I got the ability to use my lightning arts too. Now we're talking. It's not so easy now. Maybe I like staring at the moon. I invested more into my HP stat, and now I should be good to... Where did they go? My quest ran out. I found another one and got going. Look at this group of human trash. While I fight them, there's one important thing you should know. It's that you never actually get stronger in this game because the enemies always match your strength no matter the level. See, now I'm level 48 and they've upscaled to level 43. Okay, now they're just playing guitar. I'm just gonna spare you what happened. The rest of the fight was garbage. I died many times. At least it's not like Deep Woken where they slit your throat. That's just personal. I did end up killing them, by the way. I ended up finding about a shop in the menu where you can buy weapons and throwables. I bought a Dagai and a Kunai, and then took on more enemies. I forgot you don't actually get stronger in the game because the enemies scale. I quit this game! I quit! This has to be the dumbest feature of the game. The fact that you don't actually get stronger sucks so bad. What is there to gain then? This game kinda just seems poorly made, and I know at least one person watching this is offended by this stance. I don't care. Man, all in all, I think that these games are just like so good, you know? Definitely play the Strongest Battlegrounds and play Jujitsu Shenanigans, because those are the best on the list. But yeah, I mean, it kind of just seems like I have a lot more other games to cover. Literally, like, so many others. I might throw up a screenshot, but like, there's only certain good ones. Most of them are kind of just trash, or like for a younger audience, which I am not. But anyways, thank you for watching, as always. I appreciate you guys watching my videos. And I will see you, maybe in the Deep Woken video. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, goodbye. Thank you. I got my anal cavity obliterated, non-consensually, violating... okay, I can't say that with a straight face.